Hey guys, it's Patricia and Noel with Nova Status Homes, and we're going to talk to you today about how COVID has changed the real estate industry and what we're doing to modify our practices to accommodate everybody.
Yeah, we've had a lot of questions with people that still need to buy and sell and really move during this time. And we really had to think outside the box and implement some new strategies to sell homes, to show homes, and to ultimately help our clients reach their real estate goals. So stay tuned, and we're going to dive in a little deeper on some of the tactics that we're using to still help facilitate this.
So Noel, how has COVID-19 affected the real estate market?
Well, real estate is still moving. There's definitely a reduction in inventory as some sellers have taken their homes off the market temporarily, and some have permanently taken their houses off the market as well. Interest rates are still low, and overall there's less competition on the buy side and on the sell side, right? So on the sell side, with sellers taking their homes off the market, kind of waiting to see how things pan out, there's less homes for buyers to choose from, which could be good for a seller. Now on the buy side, some buyers have unfortunately lost their job or they're furloughed, and they've been put on a kind of a hold before they can move forward with their buying process. So there's been a reduction in buyers as well, meaning there's also less competition when you're going to buy a house as well. So I think overall it's still a great time to buy and sell while everything is still on hold, and interest rates are still very low, which is great. And at the end of the day, we don't know how long this shelter in place is gonna remain intact, and when a vaccine is gonna be, right? It could be a long time before a vaccine is available. So even if they do lift this shelter in place, we still have to move forward in a safe manner to help protect the public, right? So we do have additional steps that we're going to be implementing as far as adapting our processes and moving forward with helping our clients reach their real estate goals.
So what are the steps that Nova Status Homes has taken to ensure the safety of our buyers and sellers?
Well, there's definitely a safer way to buy and sell homes during this pandemic that's going on. And we've been doing a lot of virtual consultations with our clients, buyers and sellers, to go over the process, go over marketing strategies, comparative market analysis to help them show the value of their home, and things like that. We can do electronic signatures, and there's quite a few things that we're doing on the buy side and on the sell side. So on the sell side with our sellers, we're really advising them to, when they do have showings, to leave interior doors open, leave all the light switches on. That way nobody has to touch light switches and really touch all the doorknobs and things like that, just to help further prevent unnecessary touches in the house. And we're also we've also implemented a new requirement where before we approve any showings, for buyers that are looking to see one of the homes of our sellers that are listed, we're making sure that we have a pre-approval prior to them seeing the house physically. And we are also sending them a video walkthrough of something that's called Matterport. So Matterport's a really cool virtual walkthrough that everybody can do, online in the comfort of their own home, right? And if for some reason there's a deal breaker with the layout of the house, we don't want to have to inconvenience our sellers to leave the house, clean up the house, leave the house and everything else, and then have the buyer really not like the layout or something like that, right? So we're sending them these virtual tours ahead of time, making sure that they're walking through the property online. And then if they still have an interest in it, then we will schedule and approve a showing afterwards on there as well. So here's a quick little tour on what Matterport is, and it'll give you a better idea of how we're kind of walking our client, potential buyers through this process as well. Here, this is a townhouse that we had for sale in St. Charles, and you can easily kind of browse around to see what the neighborhood looks like, is the neighbor's house kept up, how is street parking, things like that, right? So you get a view of the front, and then you can go inside the home here, right? And all these little dots here you can click on and really start navigating, the flow of the room as well, right? So I can take a tour of the, living room space. I can look up at ceilings, at windows, right? See the condition, it's pretty detailed as far as the condition of the wood and things like that. right? And then I can just start traveling, looking at the different spaces here, right? So here's the kitchen. Go here. You can see if the cabinets are in decent shape, if it's granite or laminate, right? Check out the floors. So pretty neat stuff there, the technology that's available to help us really showcase homes and make it as convenient as possible for our sellers. As far as our buyers, we have additional, measures that we're taking in place as well. We do have a health and safety travel kit that we bring with us to all showings. So we have face masks, we have gloves, we have disinfectant wipes, just everything that we need in the car to, keep ourselves safe, and then, our clients and, also the sellers and anybody else that may be entering that house as well, especially if there's kids. Additional precautions, we're only allowing the responsible people, as far as the buyers that are actually purchasing the property, to come see the house. So kids have to stay home. Unfortunately, I know it's exciting for the kids to see the house and pick out their rooms and things like that, but we really do have to be considerate of keeping everyone as safe as possible. So we don't want anyone that's not part of the transaction, as far as the buyers, to come and be present at the showings as well. We can also do everything else, electronically. So we've done our buyer consultations electronically. We've done video Zoom calls. When it's time to write an offer, we can do electronic signatures, so you don't have to meet in person and sign documents and things like that. We've also had some clients that have opted to do just like video walkthroughs for the inspections and the final walkthroughs and things like that, right? So depending on your level of comfort, we can either accommodate, showings with the actual buyers, or if you prefer to be in the comfort of your own home, we can do those walkthroughs for you with the inspection and final walkthroughs until we get to closings. And some title companies are also doing what's called curbside closings, meaning that they come out with all the closing documents. You'll sign all the documents in the comfort of your own car. They'll bring everything back in to get processed, and then once everything funds, they'll bring the keys out to you, and you're good to go. You'll be a homeowner. So those are just a few of the ways that we're really helping our buyers and sellers, navigate the transaction, and just really keeping everybody as safe as possible.
So are people really buying and selling homes this way?
Yeah, believe it or not, they really are. So everyone has different circumstances on why they need to move, and we're really just there to really help everybody throughout the process. Whether they're relocating, they've lost jobs, divorced, or growing out of their current household, or they need to downsize, right? Everyone's in a different place, and some people absolutely have to move based on their current circumstances, and we're there to really help facilitate that transaction. And believe it or not, if you can find your spouse online, you can find your house online. Patricia and I are living proof of that. We both found each other online, and I think it really resonates in the same way, like same thing with online dating, right? You kind of shop online without actually meeting somebody in person, and kind of narrow things down and make sure you're a good match, and then you meet and you kind of go through the process there. And it's the same thing here, right? We're just really helping to streamline the process, showcasing homes, and allowing you to kind of be a little bit more convenient throughout that process and as safe as possible before you actually physically go in the house and kind of start going there as well. So we're living proof. People still have to move, during this time, and we're just there to really, help them facilitate their transition. We are tech-enabled agents using today's technology to help make the process of buying and selling a home as safe and as convenient as possible.
Take care and be safe.